second cup of coffee. No coffee left. I filled it just to about here. Here. It says 6. Can you guys see that? It says 6 right there. So I filled it to 6 and it was a skosh over, like maybe a 16th of an inch. And this is my second cup of coffee. No leftover today again. Wow, that's the second day in a row, Gally. I might have to fill that to 6 every day and just get 2 cups, period, out of it. What did you do? Gorgeous day in Brooklyn, Connecticut. Another gorgeous day in Brooklyn, Connecticut. I know you guys are looking at the floor for a second, but oh well. I watch a lot of police videos. Not the good ones, where they bust the bad guy, but the bad ones, where they bust the good guy. Or some of them they don't bust, they hurt. They hurt everybody. They're not doing a good job, and this is the cop that says, I'm just doing my job. That's not your job. Your job is not to beat up people and knee on their neck. There was another one the other day. There was a cop kneeing on a person's neck in the middle of a parking lot. Nobody was around, and the guy was handcuffed. That kind of stuff is wrong. Absolutely wrong. You can't just hurt people because you, oh wow, you beat the snot out of this guy. How many videos have I seen that cop comes up and he just goes after the guy because he's got a camera in his hand? You can't do anything because I said so. I am the boss. But sir, the Constitution says, fuck your Constitution. My law says that I can do what I want and just take it to court. And then the court system comes in and the DA is on the cop's side. Or the prosecuting attorney is on the cop's side. Cops don't get in trouble. How many cops have gone to jail for something that they did that you and I would go to jail for? There's maybe 50 cops in jail. Cops murdered by somebody because they're pissed. How many things have cops done to people? I know, there are bad people out there. But every time you turn around, it's on video now, where these cops are telling these people on video, fuck your Constitution. I am gonna lift you up and pound you to the fucking ground. Take it up with my boss, because he told me to do it. Well, for crying out loud, people, think about every time a cop says, I'm just doing my job. So you know what we need to do? Go to the job site and tell his boss, stop it right now. You stop brutalizing these people and I'm going to give you trouble. In other words, I'll demote you or I'll change your pay grade or whatever it is. I'll send you somewhere else. No. You got a guy in the White House right now that says, more cops, more cops, more cops. They're not doing their job right. We're slacking, more cops. But, two things. The Minneapolis riots, the cops were not watching the buildings that got violated and looted and burned and broken into. They were watching the peaceful protesters and making trouble with them. If you have a protest and you've got peaceful protests, you throw some cops over there and watch the kids protesting. if they're going to start damaging buildings, that's where you should be. You should be standing in front of those buildings saying, no, you can't do that. And anyone that tries to do it, I'm going to get in there with my billy club and I'm going to jail you. But the peaceful ones, why are you doing that? But nobody communicates this. These kids come out and I'm past these goddamn people. They're not doing what I want them to do. Well, I have this right, I have that right, and I can do this and I can do that. The authority turns around and they say, well, according to my boss, let me see what I got written here, that I think that this should happen, and this is going to happen, and we've investigated this now for 3 years and figured that we have come up with this and we can show you the video and blah, blah, blah. I don't get why people don't talk from the heart. In other words, somebody gets up there and they're the cop, lieutenant, captain, telling the newspaper and everybody else around, all right, people, this is how it's going to happen. I've discussed it with this guy and this guy and the other guy and my boss, and we've come to a conclusion that we're going to stop violating people. The daily meeting that they have before they go out on 8 hours of service, what do they say? Well, get 'em, man. Hurt a few people today. No, take it easy, guys. We're not going to rough up any people today. If you have to, you have to. But don't be brutal. Now, you know, yes, sir, I will not brutalize people today. No, the fucking boss is telling them, do what you fucking want. You got total immunity from anything that you do. Don't worry about it. You'll still get your 120 grand. Give him the 120 grand. But you fucking clowns are going broke because you got lawsuits. And you're overspending all your money. 120,000. Some of these freaking chief cops are making half a bill. A $500,000, I should say. $500,000. Come on, people. The guy's sitting behind a fucking desk. What good does he do except, all right, boys, go out there and kill a few today. Our system's fucked up, and these clowns down here in D.C. are not hearing what I have to say. All they gotta do is watch me and sit down tonight, Representative. Please, please, watch this video, watch this video, watch that video. There's hundreds of them. These cops are out of hand. The bad ones need to be put away. You'll never have to be a cop again. Go work at Walmart, because that's about all you're going to be doing now. Why do they get the immunity? They're doing the same thing because they have a badge and they have a gun, a taser, a billy club that's an extra 8 inches, almost 10 inches longer than the previous one of 2 feet. You get smacked by that, you know it. A taser, I said taser, a gun, billy club, spray. Why? Why? Because of people like these protesters and violators of the looters. That's what hurts. Well, watch those guys at these riots. Don't fuck with the kids that are out there protesting. You won't let them protest. We have the right to protest. Oh, no, you don't. Oh, oh, another thing. I don't know if anybody, if you're not on YouTube and watching different kind of channels for these real news, they had a pallet of bricks. And the pallet of bricks were set there by police. They showed them dropping them off in town. 2 or 3 places, I think. And then who comes along an hour later? All these protesters. Look at these bricks. They left these bricks for us to throw at these glass building doors. Fake news, whatever it is, people, anything happens these days. If this is all a false flag because of this panoramic we're going through, what a fucking bunch of asshole people we have for governors. Telling us this, this, and this. People telling us that we need to do this or else. I can't say that there's anything like this has happened to me, because it doesn't. I'm sitting here on my computer for 5-6 days a week. 5-6 hours a day. 7 days a week. I get a paycheck from Uncle Sam. As soon as I don't get that paycheck from Uncle Sam, then hey, what's going on here? But I've done my time on working here, working there, giving towards the government. And they keep taking more and more. But I don't have that problem. I give the government taxes during the year. Each month I get a check, they take some. At the end of the year I get it back. I do the same thing with the state. I put in $200 a year, I get it back. Oh, last year it was even. Man, don't worry about it, we're not giving you nothing. Okay, wow. That was easy. And all I did was sit here in my computer and bitch and moan at Uncle Sam. I don't do that bad shit. I just sit and wait for what I do. I guess. I don't know. The world is all in a crazy place now. And we're not going to see the end of this real quick. Just because of the people down in DCville are not looking at any of us to find out what an answer should be for this dilemma that they're in. Was that just crazy down there? Why are we fighting overseas? We had so much fucking problems right here in the USA. Christ, 6 months ago, we couldn't feed 2 million kids every night for supper before they went to bed. Now we can't feed 30 million people. What? 40 million people have put in for unemployment. Yeah, we're not getting out of this one too easy. You see the stock market? What a rose. Up 200, down 300, up 400, down 600, up 900, down 100, up and down, up and down, up and down. Plus, and it's not, well, yesterday it was minus 40, and today it's up 200. No, it's up 5, 6, 800 points every fucking day. See that? That's the stock market. I'm not in it except for an annuity. And my bank. And my insurance. You know, whatever they do, money, it's all in the stock market. What am I going to do? Well, I'm going to buy a building down the street. I want to see if I can get some rent out of it. And I don't do that. I don't need to. How many freaking bills, people? I guess I turned out lucky, I guess. I don't know, because I'm not really scared of what my life might come on up to, except for these douchebags down in D.C. killing my world. Well, I thought this was going to be a good place to live. Yeah. You know, I might have to move into the other room. If I need a coffee, I'll go to the other room, but not for an apocalypse. Oh, I have a question. An apocalypse, is that the ending or a new beginning? Oh, hang on.